Some people think March Madness starts after Selection Sunday, but it's already begun.
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
Do or die time has already started for many teams, with so many seniors who are simply fighting for one last chance to lace them up before their college basketball career is over.
What? Over? Did you say over? Nothing is over until we decide it is!
When that reality starts to set in for some guys, there's that sense of urgency, or even a sense of desperation. Sometimes it's not even about which teams are more talented. Sometimes it's just about who wants it more.
Who's hungry? Who's hungry? Who's hungry?
Today I'm sharing 3 picks for action I like, all going down on Thursday, March 10th. I'll be sharing my reasons as to why I like each pick, and you can agree or disagree with any of these picks. All you gotta do is share your perspective in the comment section down below. I document all of my picks on the Better Off app. It is absolutely free to download the app, and you can test yourselves in an open sandbox against a long list of sportsbooks without putting any of your hard-earned money at risk. You can also see and follow other people's picks on there as well. For example, if you wanted to follow my profile, you could just look up Sports Dave. You will see my profile image just like you see right there. If you hit the follow button, you'll receive a notification anytime I make picks. But if you're the type that likes to ask a lot of questions,
Why?
and you want to know why these picks are being picked, you should subscribe to the channel. And tapping the bell is kind of a must because it's the only way that YouTube is going to let you know when more free picks are being uploaded to this channel. Anyways, let's get started with the game in the early slate of action with the Big Ten tournament. The Hoosiers are set to take on the Wolverines, and Michigan opened as a 2-point favorite, and the line was holding steady when I last looked. The total opened at 137 and has moved around a bit, but the last time I checked, it was as low as 136 at some places. Michigan started this season with high hopes. They were ranked number 6 in the nation to start the season, but those lofty expectations may have been contingent on the success of younger talent that has not fully blossomed the way that some might have anticipated. As a result, this season has been a flat-out disappointment. Any chance of either of these teams making the big tournament probably depends on them winning this conference tournament, which is pretty unlikely considering how stacked this conference is this year. But winner of this game survives and advances, so anything can happen. That said, over the last 6 years, the Wolverines have owned the Hoosiers on the basketball court. They've won 9 straight against them, and all 9 games, they've covered the spread too. I'm not going to overthink this one too much here. I'm taking Michigan minus the 2 points. I also think that Juwan Howard's boys are going to show up to try and help their coach save some face after the debacle he got himself into a few weeks back. Next up, we got some Big East action with the Golden Eagles set to do battle in the Garden against the Blue Jays. This line opened with Marquette laying 2.5, but you might also find Creighton getting 3 at some places. Total started at 141, and it's up to 142 now. The Big East tournament has always been kind of a rough and tough, rock'em sock'em, tough and gritty type of tournament. The teams in this conference fight for every inch. So in a conference game in the Big East, it's probably best to err on the side of caution and take the points more often than not. Both teams, more than likely, will be in the big dance this year. But whoever wins this game probably puts to rest any chances of not being selected on Selection Sunday. Marquette has had a solid regular season, but in their last 10 games, they've stumbled a bit, playing 500 ball. One of those losses was actually against this same Creighton team. Creighton, on the other hand, has actually won 7 of the last 10 games, and not only did they beat Marquette in that time, they also beat them earlier in the season in Marquette's backyard. In my opinion, the wrong team is favored in this game, but I'll play it safe and take the points. I may sprinkle a little something on the money line too, though. Game 3 is going down a bit later out in Vegas, where Utah State will be taking on Colorado State in the Mountain West tournament. This line opened with the Rams minus 2 and the total at 139. Both lines have adjusted by a half point. As of right now, I am also sharing this info pretty soon after the lines came out, so make sure to shop around for the best odds you can find on Better Off. Utah State just thumped Air Force by almost 30 points in the first round of this tournament. But they also beat the Falcons by the same margin at the beginning of February too. So maybe they just match up well against Air Force and have their number. Odds makers might be playing into the fact that the last thing everyone saw from Utah State was a thorough beatdown of their opponent. But if we look back a little more into this season, Colorado State beat these guys twice. In fact, over the past 4 years, this program has steadily improved and has a key ingredient of being a good sleeper in the tournament this year. They are led by a strong backcourt of upperclassmen. When the game is on the line, having veteran leadership at the guard spot is always crucial this time of year because you need guys that have been there and done it before. You need guys that can create points off the dribble. You need guys that can take care of the rock. And you need guys that can hit crucial free throws down the stretch. This season is a great window of opportunity for Colorado State to make a run in the big dance. But before they put on their dancing shoes, I'm sure they're going to be geared up to take down the Aggies in this one. I was kind of surprised to see the spread was only 2, so obviously I'm laying the points here. I'm thinking it was because of the recency bias, but hey, what do I know? Alright guys, those are my picks and I'm sticking to them. If you agree with any of them, please hit the like button. Hell, if you've watched this long, hit the like button either way. We'll be back again soon to share more free picks. If you'd like to catch them before games tip off, be sure to subscribe and tap that bell. Until next time, best of luck banging on the books.